Welcome back to Classmology 101. I'm your resident veteran teacher, Kate, and I'm really happy that you have stopped by my channel today. And if you are new to my channel, well, welcome, and we're happy that you're here. So at Classmology 101, we are in the beginning. We're on a journey. We are on an alphabetical advice journey, and I want to share with you some words of wisdom. I am a veteran teacher, and so I thought it would be really great for student teachers, new teachers, and even some of us veterans to hear this advice. And so if you've been following along, we are now at the letter F. We are now at the letter F. We have completed A for administration, B for balance, C for change, D for documentation, and E for evaluations. And so I always like to have you guys try to guess what the next letter is going to be. And a lot of you made some good guesses for F. And of course, in true Classmology 101 fashion, I chose something that was not picked. And I just really, this was a word that I had been leaning towards for some time. And while there were lots of good guesses, today we're going to be talking all about the letter F, and F is for focus. Yes. Okay. When I sat down and thought about creating this series of videos, I had certain words in my mind on what I wanted to do, and focus happened to be one of them. And I think that for me, the words that I tend to choose are words that I think are going to be helpful to students, teachers, new teachers, veteran teachers. I also think that they're words that, teachers can I also think they're words that, sometimes teachers might make these mistakes, and my entire goal here is to provide for you advice that's going to help you be the most successful teacher that you can be. And, some of these things are a direct reflection of myself, things that I need to work on, and others I've seen, just other teachers struggle with. And so it's kind of partly how I'm picking the words. And so that's kind of how I'm landing upon the words. And I just really knew that focus was going to be one of those words, because at the end of last year, when you guys were all done enjoying your summer, I was still working. A lot of you finished, and I had about 3 weeks to go, and it's really hard to stay focused when you see other people out enjoying their summers already, right? And it shouldn't be that way. But last year, I completely, at the end of the year, lost my focus, and it didn't necessarily affect what I was teaching for my students or anything like that, but it sure added a lot of extra time to my workday because I couldn't focus. And if you've seen some of my vlogs, which maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but you would kind of see towards the end of the year the same theme coming up. It's like, oh, I have stuff to do, but I can't focus. And I would say it constantly, I got to go home. I got to go do that, and I really struggled with focus at the end of the year. I'm not going to lie, to be honest here, I really did struggle with it. And so I think what I would like to discuss with you is like how to keep that focus so that, you are able to stay on top of what you need to do and that you're work efficient, right? Like nobody wants to be working, from let's say 8 until when the kids leave, let's say at 3, and then you're there until 7 p.m. That's not an ideal situation either. So I think, if you have that focus and you can stay focused on what you need to do, you're going to find that your workday just runs a lot smoother. And so I think one of the cool things is that if you go in, now I've heard of things called the Teacher 3. I didn't do any research on it. I've just heard the term out there. And I don't know if focus is like teacher 3. I mean, it might be, it might not be. I'm not really too sure here, like I said. And I could research it, but I didn't. I just didn't. But I think whether you say, I have 3 things that I need to complete today, or I have this that I need to complete today, but just making sure you have a focus for the day. So for me, on Mondays, my focus might look different than it does on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, right? And so I think the way that my brain operates the best, and I've always been kind of an all or nothing kind of a person, but I think to keep my focus and to keep on top of things, I think it's best for me to say on Monday, this is what I need to do. On Tuesday, I do this. And it's almost like creating a routine for yourself. So you might have the focus that every single day you're making sure that you're taking care of your emails, which I suggest you make sure you take care of those. But your focus might be this. It might be as simple as saying, I'm not going to work past 4:30 p.m. and set time limits. Say, okay, I'm going to make copies for 30 minutes and I'm going to work on grading papers for 20 minutes and I'm going to do this, right? And give yourself an amount of time and break it up into parts and say, when that time is up, those go to the side and I'm going to work on this next. So your focus might be about getting your work done in a set amount of time and realistically setting up how much time you're going to spend on stuff, because the reality is, you know, you could start doing something and then an hour passes and you then are like, oh, I have all this other stuff to do. So your focus might be around the amount of time you spend on each thing you need to do. Or your focus could very well be like, today I'm completing this and I have an hour to work on all of these things. And then Tuesday, your focus could be something else and say, I'm going to work on these and this is the amount of time I'm going to work on it. And it could be even where that becomes like a routine for you. So regardless of if you say, I'm going to have a focus of I work for this amount of time, and you break up that time into parts of things that you need to complete, or you take specific days and say, I'm going to work on this day, and so on and so forth, that's up to you. But creating a focus for yourself, it is going to help you out tremendously. It's going to help you to get the work that you need to get done, and you're going to be able to leave work feeling a lot better about what you have to do the next day, and you'll be able to get home and be with your loved ones or do those fun things that are not related to school, because I think that a lot of times we teachers, we tend to focus so much on school, and then when we get home, we're still focusing on school, and when that happens, we face the trouble of burnout. So I think, you guys, that's pretty much it for focus. It's just a short one, but I think it's very powerful that you do have your focus in mind for each day. And as always, be willing to adjust it as the school year goes along, because things are going to change all the time and your focus will change. It'll like ebb and flow, right? It'll ebb and flow. So focus is what we talked about today, and tomorrow is going to be all about the letter G, and I'm really excited to see what your guesses are. I actually am going to be filming G right after, so you're going to see the same gorgeous outfit. You're going to see the same outfit. Sorry, not sorry. But I took a couple days off to record this one, so I wanted to get out F and G back to back. And as always, if you've not subscribed to my channel, my poor little channel fluctuates so much. I don't know why. I put out good content. I know you're probably like, oh God, here she goes again. And I'm sorry, but I don't know what's going on. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, like up these videos, and of course, make those guesses. And so from the bottom of my heart to yours, thank you so much for stopping in, and we'll see you on the next one.